Hey, how to Mama here. Ramadan Mubarak to all the Muslims. Um, I have been uh, practicing Islam for some years now, and every year there's something that unfolds um, to me. As it says in the Circle Seven Quran, as man unfolds, as God unfolds, and so this revelation that I had is that the what is the purpose of Ramadan, and so it was like bing, light bulb going off, and it's like the purpose what is for me to be reset to my humanity, to think of people who are less fortunate, in choosing to fast from sunup to sundown. It's a choice, but it's you remembering. I'm remembering people who it's not a choice for, people who do not have access to water. Yesterday, I saw that there are 450,000 homes in this country that don't have running water in their homes. Okay. And then that doesn't, count the people who, like the homeless population, you know what I mean? Where they don't have access to food whenever they feel like they can't just go in the refrigerator, or, they might not have money to buy water, or whatever it is that they want to eat. So that was what came up for me. It's like, okay, this is to reset you to humanity, mama. That's what this is about. And so past years, Ramadan has been kind of difficult, because it's like, okay, you can get up, pray, and then I have to make sure that I eat or drink or whatever, so I'm okay throughout the day. And I got up early, like 4 o'clock. I prayed. Because it started at 5:40 this morning, and I then um, I was at work. I had 3 dates and 10 almonds, and I drank like maybe 32 ounces of water, and that was it. And then today I decided I would um, take a walk around the lake. So this is where I am now, this beautiful lake, and the fog. It's so beautiful. Like the fog. I don't know if you can see it, but the fog is like touching the water. It was really foggy like a moment ago, and my mom always said, when the fog is touching, that's God coming down. So thank you, mommy. Yeah. So anyway, so yeah, resetting me to my humanity, because these days I'm sure a lot of people can say that it seems like humanity is just so lost. Like people don't help each other, people doing crazy things to each other, harming each other, like sitting down plotting to like harm each other. And then when you see something happening in front of you, you just pull out your phone. You don't even think to like get involved. When I was growing up many years ago, people would have gotten involved before cell phones. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have cell phones when I was growing up. So, it's a lot of humanity is being lost, and this is a time to, this is what was revealed. This is a time to reset to your humanity. Commune with God, commune with the God in you, commune with your higher self. Think about ways that you can stay in your higher self. So so that was all beautiful, and so I decided to walk around the lake. So there's another part of this is that sort of like at the end of Ramadan, where there is something called zakat. And zakat is, and don't quote me, you can, definitely, there's this new invention called Google, so you can totally look up whatever I'm saying. Yes, but with the zakat, we, um, at, whatever you make for the year, 2.5% of that money should go to someone, so less fortunate. So you can distribute it to people that's less fortunate. Like when you feed people, it says it's as if Allah is very pleased with that. It's like you're doing onto people. It's like you're doing it for Allah. And so you can give money. It could be I think the best thing is like if you know someone who's like struggling, or a family that's having a really tough time, like somebody you personally know, kind of like doing things in your own community, in your own, yard or what have you. You can give your zakat to that person, or people. All of that is acceptable. So that's something really beautiful also that I love about this time. And quick story, because I don't want to be on here too long. But yesterday I had to go to court, and this was a very important case that I had to go for. And uh, if anybody knows me, you know that I stay getting gas. Like my gas tank is always full. But for the past, I don't know, 5 or 6 days, I haven't gotten any gas, and I've been driving all around no gas. So now here it is. I have to go to court. I don't get on the train. If you know me, you know that I haven't been on the train in about 15 years. Every time I go down there, something very crazy happens. So I just don't have the tolerance for the subway, which is so crazy because growing up, I lived on the subway. Anywhere I wanted to go, it was via the subway. But you know how things change, people change. I have changed, so I don't do that anymore. But here it is. I'm trying to get down to the court. So this court is was in Manhattan. It's right across the street from the criminal court. So all of the Trump stuff was going on. News casters. I don't know what happened with that. If he was indicted or not, I have no idea. But like all of this like hoopla and crazy stuff was happening down there. But before I even got there, stopped at the gas station. So I only had my one bank card with me. I give it to the attendant, right? Because I have money on the card. So I give it to the attendant, and he's like, oh, so I see he keeps trying it or whatever. So he tried it like a couple times, and he's like, Mommy, it's not working. And I was like, no, it's gotta work. So I went online, on the app, and so I'm like, there's money in there. Like, he's like, so he tried it again, didn't work. So I'm like, oh my goodness, like, so I'm getting a little flustered. I said, well, let me go inside to the clerk. I mean, maybe it will work inside. So I go inside, try the card 3 times, nothing, wouldn't work. So now here it is. I said, well, let me call the bank. But time is of the essence, right? So I'm not as calm as I should be, because I got to get somewhere, and so I'm trying to call the bank now. Long ago, you call any business you call, and someone picked up the phone, right? Well, today that doesn't happen. They send you through all of these prompts or whatever, and robot prompts or whatever, but I could not think straight enough to get through the prompts, so I didn't get through them. So I'm walking back to the car, and I'm like, well, let me see if I have like a few dollars somewhere. So I'm digging around or whatever. And so the man says, Mommy, it's okay. And I was like, no. I was like, I don't know why. And my card isn't working. And he was like, Mommy, don't worry, don't worry. I'm gonna put $10. And I said, oh no, 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 Mommy, no, no, no. I gotta put $10. I gotta put $10. And I said, oh my God. You're gonna make me cry. And right now, like I had goosebumps yesterday. I was like, you're gonna make me cry. He's like, Mommy, no, no, no cry, no cry. So now, here I am. He's putting gas in my car. I'm crying, right? Because I'm so touched. I'm so touched. And then he's like, no, don't cry, don't cry, because I love you, Mommy. I love you. And I'm like, I love you too, right? I love you too. So, um, he put $15 in my tank. I was able to make it to court. And when I go back around, because he's on the other side, so not on the side when I go down to where I need to go, he's on the other side. So when I go back down on Friday, I'm gonna give him $100, because he didn't have to do that. He appealed to his humanity, his higher self. He saw me in having some distress. I always stop at that gas station. I have never seen that attendant ever. Didn't know me from a hole in the wall. But this is the thing. When you see somebody, you should be able to see you. Right? So he was able to do that. So he appealed to his humanity, and that is what this time is about. This time is about, appealing to your humanity and being in service, helping, others, praying for all this crazy stuff that's going on in the world, communing with God, because God is inside of you. Everything is inside of you, right? The devil, he's there too. So that's the higher self and the lower self. And this is all about appealing to the higher self. So with that, I'm gonna stop here. Thank you so much for listening, and Ramadan Mubarak. Peace and love. Bye bye.